I make a foam, but I'm like I don't want it to be like like a justify or like the make it really clear foam, but I'm like I want them to have like the void space inside, and then they can capture light inside and also shadow inside. And then even though like I made like a certain foam, but they keep just changing like with like surroundings. I try to capture a certain moment that like we feel or like experience like in our life in abstract ways. People told me they're like, oh, it looks like the Asian, like the painting, like
the mountains,
Yeah, mountains. I somehow like captured the moment that like something fade away. Hello, I'm Sui Park, and I'm an artist based in New York and originally from South Korea. And I'm a visual artist, also do like the site-specific work and installation work. And my main medium is cable ties. As you see, the zip ties that like we tied up like the electricity. Yeah, but I use that like one-time use material, like in a very industrial, very artificial. But I want to have like a long life to my materials.
This is a very, very niche and interesting material choice. So I wonder why you try to use zip ties in specific in most of your works.
Yeah, cause like when I found like these cable ties, then like I found that like, oh, this can be an architectural module, cause like they have various lengths, like 4 inches, 6 inches, like 8 inches, like even 36 inches. And when I weave and connect like those cable ties, and then they look like a cell and architecture, like the module that I can stack and make a foam that like without any structure inside. It was very fascinating materials. And then like they are like a linear material, but when I tie together, like they make a circle, and then like when I weave, and then they are creating organic forms. It's really interesting, process.
Why does being hollow inside fascinate you?
Cause like those hollow, like they can capture like some void space. It's really the very like how to explain. Very interesting. Cause like I make a foam. But I'm like I don't want it to be like like a justify or like the make it really clear foam. But I'm like I want them to have like the void space inside, and then they can capture light inside and also shadow inside. And then even though like I made like a certain foam, but they keep just changing like with like surroundings.
So like you really care about how it interacts with the world, and there's also like a lot of just movements in these patterns. Just wondering if you can explain a bit more about that.
Yes, because like I got inspired by nature, like, and then like nature, there are so many like wonderful like Mother Nature's form, and then like I try to express like and then like reinterpret like in abstract ways. And then like I cannot say like this is that form, like this form. Yeah, but somehow like the most like the audience can like they think in various ways, and I just want to give like those experience, and then like with like those changing like the forms like with the surrounding, and also like by just thinking in different ways. And then that is like a part of my work, also part of my work, that I didn't intend, or I intend somehow. Yeah.
Interesting. So in this contemporary art world, we see a lot of people expressing like very like grotesque information, like about pain, about lust, about death. They are like very deep things that they have witnessed in the society, or like racial stuff. So compared to you, you choose this kind of like light style and light and like expression. Just I still want to kind of know the emotional side of why you choose this, and are you ever afraid to think or to face controversy that like these expressions are like too like flat and too like sunshines and rainbows?
Yeah, somehow I don't know. Like I started like using cable ties like more than 10 years ago, about like 15 years ago. At the time, like I used it just like a natural cable ties, like a white cable ties. Then like and picked like the black cable ties. And then like since 2018, like I started using colors, cause like like I try to capture a certain moment that like we feel or like experience like in our life, in abstract ways. So those like capturing like the process, like I cannot like use only black and white, like, and then start using this colors one. And somehow like I want to give some like the moment that, like somehow like pose moment like to audience, just like stay and just feel and whatever you want. Yeah, cause like there are so many, art and like to give some the various like experience, and also like or I don't want to say like a teach, but like the give like an artist voice like through art. Yeah, but I somehow like in my work like I thought that like this could be just a certain moment that like audience can just stay and like pose like from something what they are doing.
So without explaining the concepts, you don't wish the audience to like fully understand like your personal interpretation, but you wish to have them have their interpretations in the work as well, right?
Yeah, so like when I exhibit my work, and then like I got like a very different feedbacks, and also like the different like comments. Like so, for example, like this work title is like a resonance. But I'm like, but like, and people told me they're like, oh, it looks like, the Asian, like the painting, like,
the mountains,
Yeah, mountains, and or like, oh, looks like a reflection, and or like the waterfalls, like so many different, like, they're like just thoughts. Oh, that's very interesting, because like I didn't intend like what I want to show, but somehow like, oh, it looks like the others, like the audiences, like I thought the feedback is what they are just feeling and like imagine, but I'm like why I just put like the resonance as a title, like because I somehow like capture the moment that like something fade away, and it could be like imagine, like the image, and also or like a sound or whatever, like surroundings, like of ours. And then somehow like I just want to capture like that, like a moment that can make like something like a void space, like between like a fading away.
Yeah, I can see why it's called resonance. Like it looks to me like some kind of waves.
Right.
Yeah, and also the colors are kind of like fading, so it's a very interesting concept. So I was wondering, when it comes to like something so conceptual or abstract, how, and you don't try to like build like a particular thing that you want the audience to see. So how do How do you come up with the shapes and the patterns you come up with?
Yeah, but I'm like before always like creating like my work, like I do also like sketches, and then it's really like practical, like, and then like like because start with something one point,
Yeah.
but you keep just representing like or like reinterpreting, like, and then like the rethinking, like in various ways, and then like and the final result is always come up with something totally different. Yeah, and then yeah, so I really enjoyed that like a process, and cause like that's my like a thinking process. So the it cause like like those process like it's keep changing. So I just want like an audience like like it has like a similar like the experience like me. Yeah, so it can be changeable.
Changing.
And yeah.
A very technical question I have. So, how do you make the colors of these ziplocks fade like that?
Oh yes, they are all hand dyed by me. Yeah, many people like ask me like, oh, plastic can be dyed. Yeah, and yeah, it can. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, so the process is very similar, like the textile, like the fabric dyeing system. So, yeah, I already like the using this dye system like for a long time. So somehow like I know the process, like the how long you put like the cable ties into the water, and then like how they soak, like the dye powder. So depending on like how long you put it, and then you can get like the darker color, lighter colors. So always like before like dyeing or like making a piece, I always do sketch it, and like I have to figure out like the how I can like manage like all the like different colors, like, and then put together like in one piece. So for this piece, like I use only one color, but I'm like but dye in various tones, like more than 5 or 6, and then I made like the gradations.
Interesting. So there is like this level of different craftsmanship artists choose to have in the contemporary art world. There are painters who stick to like very classical realism, and there are like purely conceptual artists. Hearing that you choose to like actually hand dye and hand make like your very conceptual stuff yourself. But while other installation artists like Ai Weiwei, for example, all his sunflower seeds are not made by himself. It's by Jing Dezhen. It's like the workers there. But he just provides this concept that turns everything into a piece of work. And you choose to keep this like craftsmanship. So how do you think you differ from him, and which one do you think you will pursue in the future?
Yeah, so yeah, I just made like all the pieces by myself, like without any intern or like assistants. Like now that's my process. But I'm like an artist can use like like a different process, like as you mentioned, like Ai Weiwei, because like what he has had the idea like in his mind, like definitely like he needs some help to create like what he wants. Yeah, but I'm like if I want to make like a larger scale, probably I could like hire assistants. But for now, like somehow like I just want to. I really love like doing like by myself. So I think depending on like what I make a decision, then like it's the time or moment to extend my work like with like more like help.
How much do you think like the size of a piece of installational work matters in terms of like the quality of it?
I thought like about like the scale could be a matter like for contemporary art, because like somehow some work like it definitely needs like in certain scales. And but like and also like I think I'm an artisan as well. So the sometimes like the small scale could be really matter as well. Like cause like in various scales like issues very in various or different things. In larger scale, like it has like different voices, but like in small scales, and it has like a really like precise detail or something. So like each like artwork in each scale, they have like different voices.
I'm Chinese and I understand what it feels like to be different here. So as yourself being a Korean and being a woman, so these are two very sensitive stuff in America, just having these two identities. Do you ever see this expression coming through in your work?
I don't know, like I didn't think that like I have a privilege or something like the non-merit things like the as a Korean or like as a woman, but as an artist like the showing artwork like and then express and through my work like and expressing myself is more important. I don't know like cause but yeah, I can say like that, or as a woman artist and as a mom, like it could have some difficulties, like to continue, art, the career, cause like I had to birth a baby, and then before birth to a baby, I had to prepare all the work that I can show, like during those like maternity times. So yeah, I don't think like as like a just woman or like the Korea as a Korean artist like it's really difficult like to survive in New York like an art field, but yeah yeah, but to have like the identity or like a specialty of a certain field, like art field, is more difficult somehow. Yeah, so just I use these cable ties like more than 10 years now. Yeah, some people might know, oh, this is Sui Park's work. So yeah, it takes like more than 10 years. That's more difficult. That like that's my identity and that's my artworks. Like so somehow like to that like the represent me, in art field.
But some artists also, as at least from what I kind of understand, like some artists, they just instantly boom to become famous, and they don't really go through this like growing stage. But do you think that like what I'm saying is correct, or do you think these artists actually has also been through like a long period of just
some artists can do, but like I believe that like most artists like they are really like struggling like to become real artists, because like the surviving like as an artist also like they have to like the maintain their life like in certain like shapes, and making balance is really difficult, like because like it costs a lot, and we pay for like so many things, and bottom like the make a sale is really difficult somehow. So I believe that like most artists like they've been through those like the difficult like the stages like to show like their work or like maintain their like jobs as an artist.
Thank you.